Namaskar, Adab, Sat Shri Akal, Kem Cho, Vanakkam, Kasakai. For all those folks who are new to this segment, I am from Desi Radio. My name is RJ Andy, and I'm here to cover this special segment, which is based on the global musical icon that Desi Radio launched in 2019. As you know, 2019, we had this in-person event. We had celebrities like Meenakshi Sheshadri, Shweta Pandit, and Shibani Kashyap as our celebrity judges. And then COVID hit us, so that took the center stage, and then we were back into virtual mode. As things started getting better, we had an ambitious plan to take global musical icon across all the cities, all the states in the US. So as part of that, our season 4 was launched in Dallas, Texas, which happened on November 6th, 2022, in collaboration with the Success Door owner and operator Neetu Rishi. So thank you all for joining this special segment of Global Musical Icon Winner Series. And I have the pleasure to introduce to you the winner from our voice category. That is Siddharth Kulkarni. Siddharth, welcome to this episode, this special segment of Global Musical Icon Season 4 Winner Series. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm doing very well, you know.
Fantastic. So today's, there are no classes, I believe, for you because you seem to be busy with all your classes, your hobbies, etc. So since we are talking about hobbies, passion, etc., let's start about what are your basic hobbies. I believe you're in school. So tell us a little bit about your school and what are your interests, hobbies, etc. And then we will get into your experience with Global Musical Icon.
Okay, so I live in Allen, so I go to Erickson Middle School, and I am in 8th grade.
Okay.
Uh, my hobbies are genuinely music. There's so much I love about music. A lot of instruments, singing, and I also occasionally love gaming.
Okay.
So gaming is also very fun, and I also enjoy eating lots of different foods.
Wow, cool. So you said about you want to learn music. That's one of your passion, so to say. So tell us a little bit. Is that something that is coming from your family? Meaning anyone in your family who has been they have learned music, or they are the ones who are giving you that opportunity to learn, right?
Yeah, so actually, when I was really young, I used to like hum songs that I would hear when my dad would put on the radio, because my dad really loves music as well. And my grandmother, actually, she noticed how much I love the music,
Okay.
and she started teaching me and coaching me in vocal
Okay.
at a very young age, and she was what mainly helped me develop my interest
Okay.
and pursue it up to the point that I have right now.
Wow. So, what I observed about you looking, when we were at the Global Musical Icon in Texas, that you sing, you play instrument also. So looks like you have, pretty much all the stuff that goes with, music, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I I learned singing. I played tabla. I've been playing tabla for 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Um, I have been playing keyboard for 10 years, like piano,
Wow. Hmm.
and I have been learning violin for the past 3 years.
Oh, wow. And, it's very difficult and maybe easy for you, but how do you manage all these different things?
Uh, Obviously, riyaz or practicing is a big part of anything that you want to pursue. So putting in effort is obviously another huge aspect.
Uh-huh.
But personally, I try to create like a template or time slots, and any free time that I get, I'll maybe just practice something once or twice. But those little moments that I practice are what help me um, get to my end goal. Like,
Wow. So
yeah.
you talked about end goal. So let's talk about that. So what's your end goal? Do you want to be a musician? You want to be a singer? You want to, perform? What's your end goal?
Uh Honestly, right now I don't know because there's so much that I love doing. It's going to be really hard to pick one thing that I want to stick with in the future.
Okay.
But yeah, I maybe most probably I would stick to something singer, or maybe obviously playing an instrument, but
Mhm.
it's really hard to decide exactly what I want right now.
Okay. But tell me, frankly, how much of that comes to you, naturally, like, practicing and all that? Your parents don't have to bother you saying that, hey, Siddharth, you need to practice, you need to practice. So how much of that is true?
So obviously I do love music a lot,
Mhm.
but the practice is usually sitting down for a while and just grinding something, right? Because the
Mhm.
more you grind something, the more you'll get good at it. And I think my parents do have to push me sometimes uh, when it comes to the grinding aspect
Uh,
of riyaz and practice,
mhm.
because I have I think I have a very distracted mind as of right now. So they really help me get into focus with everything and help me
Mhm.
grind the practice sections.
Wow. And it's not your fault, right? Being distracted mind, because at your age, I think people are going to be distracted. As you said, there are so many other temptations, meaning, people might get to phone, they want to, play games, or, I think that's what happens in, childhood as one is growing up. But I think, staying on
Yeah,
track, making
yeah,
sure, you do your riyaz, and as long as it is fun, it's not like a compulsion on you. I think that's when you start
yeah,
enjoying and delivering more of it, right?
yeah. Like my parents help me, but the interest is still there. I love music. Like I could do music all day. It's
Wow,
amazing.
that's
Yeah.
fantastic. And I remember on the day of competition, you were not well, and I still remember that you had to drink something warm and make sure your throat was okay for you to sing, and then you sang. It was phenomenal. So congratulations on that. Being that's what talks about the passion thing, right? If someone was not feeling well and they're going to say, you know what, I'm probably not going to do that. So I really salute your dedication to that part, and your parents also. So let's talk about this global musical icon. As to how did you or your parents hear about this competition coming to Dallas, Texas?
So initially, my mom saw the flyer on Facebook for Global Musical Icon,
Mhm.
and then she realized that it would be an amazing opportunity for me to showcase my talent and learn a lot more. So yeah, she saw it on
Okay,
Facebook.
cool. And then you signed up for it, your parents actually signed up for it, and then you actually are doing riyaz, so it's not going to be a difficult thing for you. But then again, in that competition there were two components, right? One was basically the public choice round, wherein you have to record a piece of 1 minute of your talent, and then that goes on the social media. That's where your friends, family are going to know about your talent for sure and how good you are at it. And then the second part was in-person round. So there were two tracks. One can be a winner, right? One was through public choice, the other one was through in-person, in front of judges. So which part did you enjoy the most, and why?
Um, I would say I personally enjoyed the in-person one more
Mhm.
because I don't know how to explain it, but there's just something different about being in front of an audience and getting to perform what you love doing to a crowd who also loves doing it as much as you. So that sense of appreciation and excitement is truly magical when you get on a
Wow.
stage.
Yes. So now, what was the best part in this whole competition, right? Meaning, you of course said that performing in person, in front of judges, in front of live audience, that was definitely good. But what was the best part that you enjoyed the most? Because from the registration desk until you are basically going to a green room, you are sitting there, maybe trying to, in your mind, you're going through, okay, how am I going to perform? Then you go on the stage, you perform, then you're back waiting for the results, and the results are out, then you're excited. So what was the best part in this whole process?
Actually, my favorite part of the whole process that I was there was the green room. And the reason for that is because I met a lot of people in the green room, and we got to speak and talk about exchange, what we loved about music. We got to show each other our music, and that was just very fun for me. Like understanding that there are also other people who love music as much as I do. That was amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us, for your violin, is that a teacher or you go to a academy? And then as far as your vocal, do you take lessons that are live, or do you do like a remote lessons?
So when it comes to violin and piano, actually, I've been learning from the same teacher. Her name is Miss Tina Sai.
Okay.
And actually, she was my when I was little and I went to a daycare. She was the music teacher at my daycare,
Oh, wow.
and she was the one that actually decided to let my parents know that I should start learning piano from her, and that was a really huge thing for me because that's what started sort of my whole journey, also in a sense. So
Wow.
I owe a lot to her, and I'm still
Definitely.
learning from her. So
Mhm. It's like, finding the jewel at an early age, right? I think
yeah,
so. I think thanks to Miss Tina for, recognizing that talent and
yeah,
telling your parents. And then again, your parents have to take that step, right? To give you that opportunity to learn something and, be the best in that, right?
yeah. And when it comes to singing, as I mentioned, my grandma started out my interest in the beginning,
Mhm.
and now I'm learning from in India. I'm
Okay.
learning from Shri Gandhar Deshpande uh,
Okay.
here in Mumbai,
Okay.
and they've been teaching me Hindustani vocal for a while, and I really enjoy what they teach me because um, uh, it's it's such a wonderful experience to learn from such a amazing artist. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Very good. You enjoyed this whole journey of global musical icons. So there may be, some of your friends who would be there. They may be thinking, oh, I'm learning, but should I go for these kind of talent shows? Because what happens is you might have talent shows that could be, dedicated to just one category, maybe just vocal. There could be just for instruments. But then again, the one this global musical icon that we bring, it did start with vocal and musical instruments, but then we thought of adding other things also. So there is a dance component, there is a public speaking, then there was entrepreneurship. So all that on one platform. That's something I don't think we have anything like that here in the US for sure. So if you have any friends that maybe, excelling in some other areas like maybe dance, public speaking, musical instruments, or even vocal singing, what would be your advice to them, or what would you tell them if they ask you for your advice and, should I participate in this, or what would be your take on it?
um I would say that if you're thinking of participating, definitely do it because um there's nothing that can go wrong. Global
Mhm.
Musical Icon is such an amazing platform that you will definitely learn something and take something away with you after the competition. And it's just a very friendly environment for people to express how they feel, express so many things that they have learned over the years. And so I would definitely recommend my friends to try it.
Wow, very good. Thank you for that, because I think, that's what matters the most, because it's one's experience. It shouldn't be like, it has to be fun, enjoyment, and at the same time learning opportunity. So I think I'm glad that you were able to find all that in that competition, in that platform. So now coming back to the question about the whole. We are coming up with season 5 in September of 2023. So let's say if you get an opportunity to be part of that season 5, would you be interested in participating again?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm hands down. I'm going to participate because Global Musical Icon has really been a game changer for me. I've met so many amazing people, and yeah, this is a mesmerizing experience. So yeah.
Very well. Thank you very much for that. So now let's do a little fun part here. Okay. This is
Okay.
something that we had not talked earlier, but this is like a rapid fire. So I'll ask you certain questions and you can tell me in one word or two word what's the thing, about that particular question. So what's the best brand of clothing that you love?
Uh, Vans.
Which one?
Vans.
Vans?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And is it egg or chicken? What's first?
The egg.
The egg? Okay. All right. And as far as the food that you eat, what's the worst food and what's the best food?
Uh, Worst food.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza.
Oh, is
Best
it?
food. Tacos.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then let's say if you are to be, president of the U.S., what is the one thing that you would do that will be good for the community
Um,
and for the citizens?
I would. I would probably make all of the cars go
Uh-huh.
electric and open up more electric gas stations so
Wow.
that we can stop global warming.
Okay. So that's pretty much the environment friendly thing that you're talking about, right? Okay. All right. So let's say what's your favorite holiday?
Diwali.
Diwali? Okay. Cool. So do you like to wear Indian attire or the Western attire?
Um, I think Western attire is nice too, but Indian attire is very comfortable, so I enjoy wearing both.
Okay. And what's your favorite TV show? Do you watch TV at all?
Yeah, I watch TV.
Oh, you watch TV? Okay. What's your favorite TV show?
Ninjago.
What is that?
Ninjago.
Okay. All right. I'm not aware of that, but what is it about?
It's it's like a Lego TV show, so it's like these like Lego ninjas, and they do a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I wasn't aware of that, so I learned something new today. So I think, we are almost done with our conversation. So it was, fun conversation getting to know you. And you have definitely bright future, Siddharth. I can tell you that for sure. Because I remember when you went on the stage, when you were performing, whether it was, playing musical instrument or whether it was singing, I could see the response of the audience and how mesmerized they were with your performance. And I think little did they know that you were not actually feeling well on that day. So, kudos to you for being there and delivering your best.
Uh,
Congratulations once again
so
being
I'd like to mostly thank Global Musical Icon and Shuddha Desi Radio for starting this event because none of this would have been possible if that hadn't happened. So yeah.
very good. Thank you very much for those words of appreciation for sure. All the very best for you for your future. Keep learning, keep experimenting. I think that's the way always forward and making progress. And maybe one day we can probably see you performing on national stage and we say, oh, Siddharth, yes, we know him from his childhood days. I do have one quote that I would like to definitely state here, because that is coming from a famous American actress, author, and singer, Pearl Bailey. She says there are two kinds of talent. As I quote, there are two kinds of talent. One is man-made talent and God-given talent. With man-made talent, you have to work very hard. With God-given talent, you just touch it up once in a while. So
Yeah.
that's so true. And with that thing, I would like to thank you once again and congratulate you for being the winner in our global musical icon voice singing in the junior category. So thank you once again, and we hope to see you, performing again in season 5 with your friends and family.
Yep, definitely. I'll be there.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.